Right, people, welcome back to the Kop TV. Get in there, get in there. Chelsea tried it, but we come through winners and we stay at the top of the table after Arsenal dropped points and lost this weekend after City were close to dropping points. But that's a massive win for Liverpool. And look, it wasn't vintage Liverpool at all. Let's get into this instant match reaction. Smash that like button if you're happy right now. Liverpool cruising at the top of the league. Won every game apart from that Forest one. Get your comments in and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. As I said, scrappy game. In the first half, obviously we got the penalty. It definitely was a penalty, and at that point the game was teetering on the edge of being a bit of a card fest. Then we got another penalty. The first one was nicely dispatched from Mo. He had all the pressure on him. Jackson trying to put him off. The keeper should have got a yellow card for not being on his line. But in the end, Mo Salah slots it. Great finish, 1-0. And then I actually can see why they've not given the penalty, but it's extremely clumsy, isn't it, from Sanchez. He looked very surprised when the penalty was given. But like I said, to come out of your goal at that speed and the fall that Curtis Jones had probably was the reason the penalty was given. And then obviously they went to the screen and it wasn't given. So they got away with one there through being very clumsy. And I just mentioned his name. Curtis Jones was the man that got the penalty and scored the winning goal today, and a lot of praise and credit needs to be put on his name. You know, coming in after this international break, we saw McAllister not starting, we saw Diaz not starting, we saw Jota start, but then obviously go injured off the pitch. So that midfield was a key battle today, and when Curtis Jones come in, there probably was a couple of eyebrows raised, but he absolutely delivered today. I thought he was fantastic. One of his best appearances for Liverpool, and he gets the winner at the Kop end. The week he's just had a new goal, unbelievable. So shout out to Curtis Jones, fantastic, mature, dogged, technically gifted player there. Yes, Ronnie, how are we, fella? So I'm really happy with Curtis Jones, and he does get my man of the match for that performance, which on the back of the week he's had, he'll be over the moon with. And in the midfield, it wasn't the most clinical performance. I don't think Ryan Gravenberch had his best game. He did what he needed to do, but didn't have his best outing for Liverpool. Wasn't another man of the match performance as we've been used to seeing from him, but just about did enough. Szoboszlai, the legs to go that whole distance was fantastic. Again, a couple of chances where Szoboszlai probably could have pulled the trigger and had a strike, but again, in the end, his legs very underrated. The kilometres and the time that he puts into getting them runs in. I'm happy with Dominik Szoboszlai today, even though I'd still like to see a little bit more from him. And is it possible to play Curtis and Szoboszlai in the same midfield now? Let me know in the comments. And then up front, Gakpo started today because Luis Diaz obviously got that rest after international break. Was dogged, was tireless, but again, not much really contribution-wise. Jota, it looked a bit nasty, that fall by Tosin right on his rib cage. He's obviously tried to play on, but obviously the pain in the end is just too much, and he's not allowed to carry on even though he tried. So big up to Jota. We'll obviously find out the full extent of that injury very soon. And Salah, you know, got the goal and an assist, but once again doesn't have the best game. But I don't care. I don't think Mo cares either. Goal and an assist. He could really be the man of the match, but I think the eye test would tell you that it is Curtis. So Robbie, Matisse, Flex, all these people, obviously Robbie and Flex because they're haters, but Matisse was hoping for a Chelsea result today. I'm going to go in, strolling in, bopping in fact, to DR Sports tomorrow to celebrate the fact that Liverpool have won, Arsenal have lost, and Chelsea have lost. This was the first real big test, and we have passed it. I wouldn't say we're flying colours, but we've definitely passed that test today. So big up Arnie Slot's Reds. They've come through that first test, but now we go to Arsenal next week. In between that, we've got Leipzig, and then again it's away games, it's really tough games, and then we go from there. But we've come through the first test relatively unscathed. Obviously we conceded a goal, decent finish from Jackson, but I'm happy with that. Liverpool top of the league, Chelsea, hold that, you bunch of sausages. Let's go.